What in the world segment. Imagine a large body of water, about the size of the Dead Sea, simply disappearing. It sounds like science fiction, but it's not. It's happening in real life, and we've only just found out. A pioneering study from NASA and the University of California, Irvine, shows how the Middle East is losing its freshwater reserves. As you can see from this satellite imagery, we're going from blues and greens to yellows and reds. That's 144 cubic kilometers of lost water between 2003 and 2009. What do I mean by lost water? Well, most of it comes from below the Earth's surface, from water trapped in rocks. You see, in times of drought, we tend to drill for water by constructing wells and pumps. But the Earth has a finite supply. NASA scientists say pumping for water is the equivalent of using up your bank savings, and that bank account is dwindling. This could have serious implications. Conflicts over water are as old as the story of Noah in 3000 BC. The Pacific Institute lists 225 such conflicts through history. What's fascinating is that nearly half of those conflicts take place in the last 2 decades. Are we going to see a new era of wars fought over water? Consider that NASA's study is of one of the most volatile regions in the world. We tend to think of the Middle East and its upheavals as defined by oil. Perhaps in the future, they will be defined by water. We often talk of a world of nuclear haves and have-nots, but a world of water haves and have-nots could be even more dangerous. Part of the problem is that the world's needs have changed. Look at the population boom. We've gone from 4 billion people in 1975 to about 7 billion today. The UN projects we'll hit 9 billion by 2050. Meanwhile, as India, China, and Africa continue to add millions to their middle classes, global demand for all kinds of food and products will increase. All of these products cost money, except for water, which we like to think of as abundant and free. Yet water is the resource we need to worry most about. According to the World Health Organization, more than 780 million people, that's 2.5 times the population of the US, lack access to clean water. More than 3 million people die every year from this shortage. As our needs expand, so will that shortfall. What can be done? Well, most of our water is actually wasted. And the United States is actually one of the worst culprits. We can change that. Singapore already treats sewage water to convert it into clean drinking water. We might need to consider large-scale desalinization, where the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia are world leaders. And remember, agriculture uses up as much as 70% of water. We need to fund research into more effective crops. Perhaps most simple and effective would be to put some kind of price on water, so that people use it with a greater sense of efficiency and care. All kinds of innovations are underway. I hope NASA and the University of California at Irvine's study accelerates those processes. We've linked to their work on cnn.com/Fareed. Next month, International Year of Water Cooperation. It's a good time to start thinking about big global measures to regulate the world's most important resource.